Utter the phrase hot hatch to a car lover, and there's a very good chance the Volkswagen Golf GTI will be the first thing that springs to mind. The original model, which launched back in 1976, is widely regarded as the very first hot hatch ever made, and every example since then, well, maybe not the Mark IV, has been a benchmark for affordable performance. And we're expecting that to be the case with the new Golf GTI, which was set to appear at the Geneva Motor Show before the event was canned because of coronavirus. We know it'll be the most powerful GTI to date, and boast a more premium cabin that's brimming with technology. While the original Golf GTI had the hot hatch market all to itself in the 1970s, the Mark VIII will go up against some serious competition. Arguably, its biggest rival in the hot hatch world will be the new Focus ST, a car that, like the GTI, doesn't look all that different from the standard hatchback, but would give most sports cars a run for their money on a track day. Seeing as though we can't pit the cars against each other in the real world just yet, let's compare the stats and see which one comes out on top. Let's take a look at the new GTI first, and from a distance, it looks a whole lot like the standard version of the hatchback. There's no big wing hanging over the back, and the wheel arches haven't been inflated to give the car a meaner look. The only key visual changes are a red strip that runs across the light bar at the front of the car, a set of 17-inch wheels, a bigger grille and a slightly lower ride height. And, as you'd expect, there's a whole load of GTI badges both inside and out. It may be understated, but that's what makes the GTI so popular. It's smart, subtle and clean. The hatchback version of the Focus ST sings from the same hymn sheet, and that's by no means a bad thing. The bog standard Focus is already a sporty looking thing, but that hasn't stopped Ford from adding a bit more flair to the ST version. The hot hatch gets 18-inch wheels, a boot spoiler, a reworked rear bumper with body-coloured diffuser, which probably doesn't improve downforce but looks nice, and a twin-exit exhaust system. The tweaks are subtle, but it does give the Focus ST a sportier look over the Golf GTI. We're suckers for cars that look quick when stationary, so we're handing this round to the fast Ford. For this round, we'll kick things off with the Focus ST, which gets a set of Recaro seats adorned with ST logos and a performance steering wheel with buttons to change driving modes on the fly, and one that puts you straight into sports mode. There's a decent amount of tech on offer here too. In the centre of the dash sits an 8-inch infotainment system, which is compatible with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and is hooked up to a 10-speaker Bang & Olufsen sound system. You still get analog instruments, which is a bit of a shame, but we know some people prefer good old-fashioned dials to their digital equivalents. Speaking of dials, the Golf GTI comes with VW's excellent virtual cockpit system, which comes in 10-inch form and is paired with an 8-inch infotainment screen that's neatly integrated into the centre console. Spend a little more and you can up the screen size to 10 inches and, of course, you get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto thrown in for free. The cabin design is minimalist but effective. There's a sleek line running across the width of the dashboard that incorporates the air vents seamlessly. You also get sports seats adorned in tartan, a must-have on the GTI. While the seats aren't quite as nice as the Recaros in the Ford, VW takes the win as the cabin looks a bit more premium and there's a fair amount of tech to play around with. On the engine side of things, the most powerful of the bunch is the Focus ST, with its 2.3-litre turbocharged 4-cylinder petrol engine producing 276 brake horsepower and 420 Nm of torque. In true hot hatch style, power is sent to the front wheels via a 6-speed manual gearbox and an electronically controlled limited slip differential, or ELSD to us car geeks. That'll get you from 0 to 62 mph in around 5.7 seconds, but that figure falls to 7.6 seconds on diesel cars. Performance figures also take a slight dip on tourer models, given the extra size and weight, but the extra practicality more than makes up for it. Technically speaking, the GTI is only available with one engine option, and that's a 2-litre TSI motor producing 242 brake horsepower and 370 Nm of torque. We say technically speaking because you can also get a diesel version, but it doesn't carry the GTI moniker. It's instead called the GTD, with plug-in hybrid models badged as GTEs. We don't actually know the GTI's 0 to 62 time, as VW has yet to reveal all the performance details of the new hot hatch. We expect it to be quicker to 62 than the old Golf, which completed the sprint in about 6.4 seconds, but we're not sure it'll be a match for the ST. In that case, we'll give this one to the Ford. On paper, the ST is the winner here. It's more powerful than the GTI, will probably be quicker off the mark, and arguably does a better job of looking like a hot hatch. But you should never, ever discount the Golf GTI. It's been a class-leading hot hatch for decades, and we can't see that changing now it's entered its 8th generation. So yes, the Focus ST is the winner this time around, but we won't know for sure until the lockdown has lifted and we can put the cars to the test in the real world. While we're all stuck indoors though, head over to YesAuto.com for all the latest car news and reviews.